Welcome to the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. We're right smack in the middle of Season 4, Episode 25. Our fantastic journey continues. That's our theme for this year. And we're continuing to go down the coast. We're on the west coast of North America, and we're heading to California. Our wine nerd word of the week is actually a grape variety, Nero di Avola. Now, this grape is a fantastic grape if you like a good red wine, and it comes from Italy, Sicily in particular, where 99% of it all is grown. There's a little bit grown in Argentina, and I've had some from Australia that was very good too. But before we get to our can of the week, that was our wine nerd word of the week. Our can of the week, we have our intrepid traveling forest ranger out in the woods. Kenny, are you there?
I sure am, Brad.
And have you got a can to introduce for us?
I sure do. Yummy, yummy. Well, this is the Nomadica Red Blend. And it's, of course, it's a red wine made in California. And it's a 14.2% alcohol volume.
Wow, that's great. That's a fairly beefy. I don't remember having a wine much stronger than 14%, to be honest. But don't let the numbers fool you. It's a 250 milliliter can of wine, and I know I pointed out to you, and I'll point to our listeners on the bottom. It has a soundtrack that you can open on your phone and listen to while you drink them. They really thought this one through. It has 0 grams of residual sugar. It's comes from a sustainably farmed operation. It has low inputs, meaning it's not quite organic, but they try and go that way. And it's out of the Lodi, California agricultural viticulture area in California. It has no added sulfites, just the naturally occurring ones. I picked this up, I think, at Warehouse Wines and Liquors in Danbury, Connecticut, which is a frequent one that I go to on my trap lines. It's right next to Trader Joe's, and they always have a great selection, and the people there have great information too. They're very helpful. So always happy to go to Warehouse Wines and Liquors in Danbury. Now, I am, because we are a visual thing now with the YouTube, I'm wearing my official Smokey the Bear hoodie today because I know we were going to have you on, Kenny, and you're out in the woods, I take it.
I am. I'm in northern Manitoba. Not crazy north like usual, but mid-northern Manitoba. I'm at a community, First Nations community, Pine Creek First Nation, which is, well, if you were to Google it, you might have a hard time finding it, but it's about 50 miles north of Dauphin, Manitoba.
You're the only person that has the Nomadica Red Blend to be opening tonight.
Yeah, that's right.
And for those of you just dialing in for the first time, Kenny is our intrepid wine traveler who is also a maritime forest ranger by training and spends a lot of his time out in the woods teaching people things about trees, woods, chainsaws, all that manner of stuff. So it's a nice format for you to be able to take a can of wine with you and enjoy it in your hotel room responsibly.
Here, especially after the course, not prior.
Exactly. Chainsaws and alcohol are not a good combination. It's if you can think of drinking and driving, it's about, is it 10 times or 100 times worse to be drinking and chainsawing?
Yeah, all of the above.
If something went wrong, you'd wish you were pulled over. I don't know if it's a watercolor, but it's a very nice sort of a moody piece. I think it probably goes with the music. I looked at the playlist that was on the can, and I will put that QR code up for the people that want to scan it and listen to it afterwards with whatever wine you have. It seemed like a good mix for a red wine. And the artwork is by Jonathan Todruk, and it's called Fear Not, Only Believe. So that's kind of a good motto, and an interesting wine. And what do we do here on the Canned Wine Podcast, Kenny?
Well, we open wine and we discuss the wine.
And we talk about it. Well, we've been doing a lot of talking, but not much opening. So what do you say we open this wine?
Here, here.
Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a very nice opening. I'd say this is quite dark, almost has garnet hues to it, though it's not entirely purplish. What would you say, Kenny?
Yeah, I love the color. I've had this wine, different variations of this wine previously. I love it. I love the color. I love the taste. I'm sure I haven't tried yet, but I'm sure it will be good.
Well, let's have a little sip. Now, I was up on this. I had thought when we had this before it was a Barbera, but it's actually a 100% something like this. It starts with a T. Not a wine variety that I've tried before, but one that certainly has a very kind of spicy flavor to it. They say cloves. I don't feel that. I feel some peppery, certainly cherry tones, maybe some raspberries. It's a very tannic wine. It certainly has a real dry quality, and with the 0% or 0 grams residual sugar, I don't doubt that. They do make this in a box for those of you that like to drink from a box, but the percentages are different. They go to a 75 Dogo. I don't know. We'll go with that. 11% Grenache, 8% Merlot, and a 6% Malbec. But they say this is a blend, but it's really 100% of that Terrell Delgo. I should have looked up how to pronounce that, but by the next time I'll have figured it out. What are your thoughts? Is it a decent wine?
I love it. Yeah, I can taste raspberry. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not big on tasting subtle flavors, but I can taste the raspberry. I love it. I've always loved this wine.
Yeah. And when I was on my trip up there and brought this to you many months ago, kind of the Underground Railroad of canned wine, where I bring it up and meet with you and gave it to you, I knew that this would be one that you would enjoy. And some, most people think it's an exotic location. For you, it's another day at work, but Pine Creek seemed like a good place to open up a red blend from California.
Here, here.
Now I'm going to pair this. I don't say that you should pair it with a pork loin chop, but that's what I'm going to have it with. That and some mashed potatoes, some vegetables, all roasted up into a healthy meal. I think you're going to have it with some crab and maybe some chicken or something, Kenny?
Yeah, I can see why you're pairing it with what you've said before, because here I'm going to be having it with my, actually, a lake medley from leftover foods, and I'm going to love it with that wine.
Yeah, that'll be great. Now, our shout out today goes out to Christian. Thanks for your comments on our Super Bowl episode. That was a decent Pinot Grigio, and we enjoyed your comments. Also a shout out to Dean, the Dean of Dealcoholization, who was able to pick out that I was wearing my Tragically Hip hat during the Super Bowl episode, and good catch there, Dean. We are sending him out a fancy postcard, which we've been sending out a number of people. Kenny, you got yours the other day. Were you able to decipher the Ukrainian, or was it a little bit too cryptic?
Yes, I did.
When I saw that Ukrainian card at the Retake Remake, where I'm able to get these cards, don't worry, they're old cards, but nothing's been written on them. So I send a message to you, and leave us a comment, subscribe, answer the head scratcher when we put it up there. We'll send you out one of these cards. You'll get a vintage postcard. It comes in the mail right to you. We'll track you down and get it. So, and Kenny, you can testify that it does. The postcards do arrive. They take a while, but eventually it comes.
Hear, hear.
Great. And it's been a while since I didn't have a chance to go scrolling back to the last episode we did, but it's been more than 4 episodes, hasn't it? Was it Christmas time? I think we did one.
Oh, yeah. Has it been that long? If that's what you say, that's what it is.
Well, I know you've traveled to the West Coast. You were in California for a while yourself. San Francisco Bay Area sent us some pictures of you on some of the buses with your canned wine knit cap on and just enjoying yourself. I'm glad you had a good time. And you weren't able to get to Alcatraz. The dock was broken.
But the day before we wanted to go there, the ferry hit the dock too hard and busted the dock and this and that. And so then our trip ended up being canceled. But despite that, I was hoping for the Alcatraz thing, but despite that, it was still a beautiful, beautiful vacation. And we'll do it again next year.
Yeah, not only that, you have a Northern California swing coming up where you're going to drive down there and do the tourist thing. When is that, in July of this year?
Yeah, we're going out in June we're driving with my with our car, and we're going to go up, travel towards the West Coast, and then slide up the West Coast on 101 and check out all those redwood trees and all those beautiful areas where the big trees are. I'm an arborist, so trees is my thing. So that's where I want to go. I was there years ago with riding my Harley, but now I'm going to go back and go do it with my car.
Well, that's a nice way to do it. And that is actually wine country. The International Canned Wine Competition is in Mendocino County at Boonville. So I know they do have cans in that area. In fact, this one comes from Sacramento, which is in Northern California. So who knows, maybe you'll pick up a can or two to enjoy at the end of those long days when you're staring out at the beach from your hotel room.
Actually, I've already scheduled a couple visits to some vineyard. We can have another podcast and we can discuss them.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, we'd look forward to opening something. Even if you're going to open up a bottle of wine, we'd like to hear your experiences in the California wine country. California is actually the 4th largest producer of wine in the world, if it was its own country. Okay, we did our shout out. We had a little bit of talk about your California trip, and our head scratcher ties directly into that. What California AVA, which is the viticultural area, does this wine come from? Kenny, I'm going to exclude you because you always tune in and get these things, but I know you. I know. Can I say it now? I know. No, you're going to just have to hold that to yourself and savor it for a while, and we'll see who comes up with it. So, again, Thank everyone for tuning into the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. Please enjoy responsibly, and just because it comes in a can doesn't mean you can drink and drive. Can Wine Podcast is a center stage production. All rights reserved.